So it's a gorgeous summer day, and what better time to think about our favorite band? Now, the song I Want to Hold Your Hand was the launch of Beatlemania here in the US and virtually everywhere else. I remember I was 10 when it came out, and me and a buddy ran down to the Ben Franklin Five and Dime store just to see the record on the rack. Everybody was talking about it, and by the time it was on the Ed Sullivan Show, everybody had heard it. So you think about it, a song with billions of listens by now and a fan base throughout the world. But who was the first to actually hear the song? Now, going back in time, Paul was dating a gal named Jane Asher. Jane went on to have a very successful career herself as an actress and author. And Paul was by that time living in the Asher home. He had a room there. And also living there was Jane's brother, Peter. Now, Peter Asher, as you may recall, was half of the group Peter and Gordon, who was a force as a duo during the British invasion years. And it wasn't bad having Paul as a potential brother-in-law. In fact, they got on well, and Paul ended up writing 4 of their most famous songs: World Without Love, Nobody I Know, I Don't Want to See You Again, and Woman. Peter himself went on to have a very successful career as a record producer and talent manager. He worked with people like James Taylor, Cher, Linda Ronstadt, and many, many others. And he still performs to this day with Jeremy Clyde, who was the second half of another duo that was during the British invasion years, Chad and Jeremy. So here's to Peter and Jeremy. You go, guys. Now, Mrs. Asher was a professor at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. One of her pupils was George Martin himself. There's a lot of talent in that house, isn't there? Now, she had a music room in the basement with an upright piano, and Paul used to play on it now and again, or noodle on it, as he used to put it. Well, one day John came over, and they were playing the piano for about an hour, and they called upstairs to Peter to come on down and listen to a song they'd written. Well, he listened to it, and he was blown away, as we would all be blown away sooner or later. That song, of course, was I Want to Hold Your Hand, and with all the billions of listens around the world, the first one to hear it was a very nice guy who I've gotten to meet at some Beatle fests, Peter Asher.